Good morning, everyone. I'm your girl, Erica, coach and meditation instructor, and I'm back for another session for the Inn on Saturday. Hey, perhaps you're going to watch this video on a different day. Maybe it's not Saturday. Just know that it's still designed for you. This space and this place is where you get to press the reset button on your life and return to the present moment. You know, life can be hard enough. Life can often present us with still called to the table to decide, how will we live? How will we choose joy in the midst of uncertainty? Whew, I have to tell you, this week, it tested my trust, and I was faced with some situations that may not necessarily be labeled as good. Sometimes that's just the way it is in life. And even in those spaces and places, you still have to choose joy. You still have to not allow certain experiences to cloud your judgment, cloud the way you see life, and also cloud the way that you see yourself. Today's topic is centered on mindset shift. Mindset shift, so essential in order to live and to live well. I designed these weekly sessions so that they are simple, easy, and effortless. And I do them that way because I want you to come back. I want you to tell your friends and family about them, and perhaps even someone that you meet in the grocery store. These weekly sessions are centered around helping us to live life with much more presence, much more understanding, so that we can truly live and not be conditioned by the experiences around us, taking us away from who we really are. The three keys around today's topic for mindset shift are: number one, that it changes your perspective. Number two, it changes your mood. And number three, it changes your actions. When you have a simple adjustment in your mindset, it absolutely does many things, but in particular, for this session, I'll focus on the three keys. Number one is that it changes your perspective. Now, what do I mean by that? Years ago, I attended a summit event with thousands of people for Tony Robbins. And at that event, I remember him saying that all it takes is a simple millimeter shift in the way you see things. And when you think of a millimeter, it's like really, really small. Yet even small things can produce great results. And over time, if you consistently work on your mindset, especially when you're tried in tough spaces and people, that part. If you consistently work on your mindset, consistently release some of the tension that you're feeling so that you can approach life with much more clarity, much more levity, it will help you to make decisions that are sound, not just for your life, but also for the people around you that are impacted by you. I remember a time in my life when, especially, you know what, I was going to go back to years past, but actually I'm going to focus on something much more recent. As I mentioned earlier, this week has been really trying. Trying to the point in which this thought came forward. The thought for me was, or the lesson within this week was this: that growth is optional. Change is inevitable. And understanding the kind of person I am, I understood that change was happening actually rather rapidly. So rapidly that it kind of hit me and several other people with a ton of bricks. And in that moment, I had to release myself from the emotion and focus on the truth. Release the emotion and get laser focused on the truth. Sometimes our emotions can get the best of us. Sometimes our emotions will take us down this runaway train into nowhere, grabbing on to everyone else that is emotionally disturbed by what's happening. And if we're not careful, we will make decisions that are not best suited for the trajectory of our life. How many of y'all have been there? Have been faced with some tough situations and had to make some tough decisions, and perhaps needed to release some people along the way. I know that I'm not alone. In this thing called life, there are shared experiences, and many of us, while we may not have the exact story, our experiences, our feeling, and even our interpretation of what's happening can be similar. Which leads me to key number 2. Change your mood. A simple shift in your mindset will absolutely change your mood. There are certain tools that I grab daily, and especially in moments in which I'm finding my emotions very difficult to release. For me, meditation is a form of my mental shower. Just as I would go into the shower and clean my body and smell good, I also want that internal mindset shower to do the same thing. Have you ever considered that? What do you do to shower your mind? To cleanse out some old belief systems that aren't working for you today, and may even have never worked for you in the past. Perhaps it's some things that you picked up from your family. Perhaps it's some things that you picked up along the way based on your life experiences that are shaping your today. Everyone needs a tool, and perhaps several tools, that they can use to shower out their mind, clean out that old belief system, limited belief system, and release the emotions so that you can get centered, we can get centered on what is most important. Now, as human beings, we will feel. That's natural. We're supposed to. That's why God designed us the way that we did. We have an array of emotions. The key is that those emotions that create more stress in our body, stress in our mind, are not designed to linger there. It's designed for a specific purpose and time, for us to feel that emotion, go through that emotion, learn that lesson, and grow from that lesson. That's the key. And in that growth is where you begin to release the attachments to those stressful emotions. It's interesting that you can learn so much from the animal kingdom. If a dog is being threatened by other dogs. It's natural for them to growl, bark, and attack. And when that moment is over, they don't bring that emotional state of being with them. If you notice and have ever watched dogs in particular, when they are done with that stressful event, there's one thing that they do. They shake their body off and they breathe. Have you ever noticed that? Notice it the next time. They release that emotional charge once that situation is over and release that energy. And then they move on. But as human beings, we're the only ones that will hold on to emotions for days, for weeks, for months, and even for years. And that produces seeds of illness. In fact, we are planting seeds of illness when we hold on to an emotional charge for way too long, because it physiologically affects our entire body. Our body cannot live in stress and live well, function well, by holding on to those stressful feelings and thoughts. So having tools that you can use to shift your mood is essential. Because in shifting your mood, you are actually creating healing for the body. And you're able to harness all of your attention and focus on what is most important. You bring the best of you to the table when you bring love to the table. Our essential being and essence of purity is love. It can be no other way. We were born this way. Life has fooled us, many situations in our life, and our interpretation of it, actually. Not that life has fooled us. It's our interpretation of life that has fooled us into thinking and into feeling that way. So by shifting our mindset, we're able to release certain emotional charges within our being, shift our mood and mindset, and create healing to the body. Powerful stuff. The third key of why mindset shift works is that it also changes our actions. Because the minute that we have a shift in our perspective, a shift in our mood, it automatically mirrors the action steps that we take. This week, I wrote a post and it said, "Don't let these fools fool you. Declare after me, I am peaches and cream and every good thing in between." Please believe that. Sometimes you have to trick your mind to remind your mind of who you are. And however it is that you need, and whatever it is that you need to get there, then do that. Whether it be meditation, as I do, for mental showering, or actually verbalizing to release the energy. Find out what that thing is for you that will shift you into a place, a state of being, to elevate your vibration, and then also choose healthy action steps to live out that vibration. So vitally important. Because in moments that you are able to move through life with that kind of certainty, that kind of trust, that kind of focus, that kind of knowing, you are essentially co-creating with the universe and manifesting the very thing that will elevate your life and not limit your life. Oh, can I tell you that these 3 keys are vitally important when it comes to shifting your mindset. And that's why I love these weekly sessions, because I know that with the steady application of these lessons in our life, we will, with absolute certainty, see the results. And it not only will shift our life, it will actually shift our children's life, because they see us as their first example of how to be. Always think about it. That yes, it's about you in living life well. And there's a more global perspective of raising and evolving the way your family dynamic functions, and being a reflection to the world for those that need an example. So many levels to this. So many dynamics to this. And that's why I love that you and I come together each and every week to focus on these mindful sessions. In this space and in this place is where I make them simple, easy, and effortless. I'd love to see you back here again. With the steady practice and application of these lessons in your life, you begin to live a life with much more richness. A full life. Focusing on what's more important, most important, and the people that are important to you. It will also open up a window in your mind to understand that your life is not just your own, as I mentioned earlier. That we are all called to contribute in this lifetime, to make it better than the day that we entered this lifetime. Let's get ready to lock in and seal in today's mindful session with a breathing practice that will lead you into meditation. And I always begin with a breathing exercise because it helps to slow down the mind, the chatter in the mind. It helps to return us to a greater state of peace and well-being. And the moment that our mindset shifts, the physiology in our body shifts as well. They speak to each other. What I'd like for you to do is to ensure that you're sitting in a comfortable place. And I'd like for you to minimize any distractions. So please go ahead and put your phone on vibrate or on silent mode. I will put my phone on vibrate. You can dim the lights or leave them on, whatever you prefer, whatever is cool for you. You can even light a candle or not, or light some incense or not. And here's the thing about incense and candles. In doing meditation, be mindful of the scent. Scents can create a distraction. So if your candle is extremely strong in fragrance and your incense also has a very strong fragrance, then that can actually take you away from your meditation because you're so focused on that good smell that you're not really focused on this moment in time and going within. So let's begin. We'll go ahead and breathe in through our nose and breathe out through our mouth, right? So let's go ahead and breathe in. And breathe out. If you notice, I intentionally had a sound on the exhale. That sound is also considered your own primordial sound. And hearing yourself breathe is very relaxing. So there is a science behind why I demonstrated it to you and why I am now asking you to do it. All right? So let's breathe in again through your nose. And out through your mouth. Please breathe in again through your nose. And out through your mouth. Breathing in again through your nose. And out through your mouth. Breathing in again. And out. Please release the breath. Return to your natural inflow and outflow of your breathing. And this time, close your eyes and internally scan your body from head to toe. Simply noticing any shifts that are happening within you. And noticing without any judgment. Let's begin this breathing practice again. Breathing in through your nose. And out through your mouth. Breathing in. And breathing out. Let's breathe in. And breathe out. One more time, breathing in. And breathing out. Let's release the breath. Return to the natural inflow and outflow of your breathing. And again, internally scanning your body from head to toe with eyes closed. Bringing all of your internal focus to what's happening inside of you. Just notice the simple shifts that are happening without trying to control what's happening. Just having simple awareness is all that is needed in this moment. We'll now go deeper into our meditation. I'll ask you the 4 soul questions designed to help you clarify who you are, what you want, what your purpose is, and ending it with what you're grateful for. The first soul question is, who am I? Who am I? Allow whatever answers come to you without trying to control or force the answer in any way. And if you don't have an answer, that is perfectly okay too. Who am I? The next soul question is, what do I want? In other words, what am I called? What is it that I really want in this moment? What is it that I really, truly want? Allow whatever answers to come to you, whether it be in the form of an image, a feeling, a sensation, or a thought. However it comes, just be open. What do I really, truly, at the core of my being, want? The third soul question is, what is my purpose? In other words, what am I called to do? Where might I serve? There's a calling on each of us. There's a reason for our being. In this moment, you ask the question, what is my unique purpose? Allow whatever responses to come to you, whether it be in the form of a sensation, an image, a feeling, or a thought. However it comes, allow yourself to be open enough to receive the answer. The final soul question is, what am I grateful for? Oftentimes in life, we have all of these expectations of what we want without realizing that we have so much already. The more that we harness our mindset to appreciate what we already have, we begin to realize that that is the foundation that opens the door to receive more things to appreciate. In this moment, I ask that you mentally list everything that you're grateful for. No matter how small you think it is, there's always something to appreciate and to extend gratitude for. What am I grateful for? Please release the questions and answers and return to simply witnessing your breath, the inflow and the outflow of your breathing. Noticing the rise and fall of your chest. We'll now go deeper into our meditation. I will introduce today's mantra. Mantra is called a mind vehicle. Mind vehicle. That's the interpretation of a mantra. And the thought is that, or the intention behind the mantra is that as you repeat the mantra, it helps you to lead into deeper states of consciousness, beyond your thoughts. so that your thoughts can be the background music without distracting you into your meditation. Today's mantra is so hum, so hum. Please repeat so as you breathe in. Repeat hum as you breathe out. Repeating so on the inhalation and hum on the exhalation. Please continue repeating your mantra easily and effortlessly. In repeating your mantra, you'll do so quietly, as you just observed, without sound. Almost as though it's a faint whisper in your mind, repeating so on the inhalation, hum on the exhalation. Please continue repeating your mantra. If you notice that your thoughts have become a little too distracting, that your attention has shifted to sounds in the environment or perhaps sensations in the body, I ask that you bring all of your attention and awareness back to repeating today's mantra. So on the inhalation, hum on the exhalation. Please continue meditating. I will mind the time and let you know when our meditation is up. Try not to think of any profound thing that will happen while repeating your mantra or while meditating, because in doing that it takes you away from the present moment and brings you into the activity of your thoughts. Simply, easily, effortlessly, silently repeat your mantra. Please release today's mantra and return to the natural inflow and outflow of your breathing. Allowing yourself to just simply rest. Resting in existence. Resting in presence. Resting in bliss. Existence, presence, bliss. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Just rest. I'll now introduce today's intention. As I repeat the intention, allow it to flow through your entire body and silently repeat the intention with me. Today's intention is presence of being. Presence of being. When you're ready, please place the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Having a moment of reverence right here. Extending gratitude to yourself. And bowing in gratitude for today's practice. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes, lift your head, and extend the blessing. Namaste. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you so much for coming. Today's topic centered around mindset shift and then leading into a breathing practice and meditation. It all speaks to that mindset shift. Again, meditation cleans out the mind. It's like a mental shower. Just as you need for your external body, your internal mind needs that too. And not only does it create a blessing for the mind, a release for the mind, and even an elevation for the mind, it also helps to release toxic energy stored within your organs, within your being. This very thing called stress is released from your body. I hope that meditation will be one of those tools that you use, that you can draw from your toolkit for your own internal well-being, that also allows you to have a better relationship with life. The more that you work on the inner you, it actually shifts and changes your outer experience. The 3 keys discussed today around our topic of mindset shift is: number 1, that it changes your perspective. Number 2, it changes your mood. And number 3, it changes your actions, because you begin to be more mindful about your actions, understanding that the world that you create externally affects the world that you are living in within your being. So you're much kinder. You have a better relationship with life, and therefore life in kind has a better relationship with you. My intention for each and every week is to make these sessions so simple and easy that you will come back again. Please bring someone that you know. I ask that each one bring one or tell one. And if you are unable to make our weekly sessions, they will always be posted on our Instagram Live. You can also subscribe and like my channel on YouTube. In fact, I would love for you to do that. If you go to YouTube and search for Rise 360 Coaching and Consulting, you can like and subscribe to my channel and get an array of meditations and mindful topics and discussions that were shared for the past, well over a year or 2. I would love for you to join me there as well. As usual, you can find me here on Instagram each week at 8:30 in the morning. And if there are any changes to my schedule, I will let you know in advance. As usual, your purposeful journey begins right here. I'll see you next time.